a Blackboard submission guidelines, okay? And it says all assessments except in-class quizzes are submitted via Blackboard. It sounds like a bunch of you guys have already done this kind of stuff. How many of you have used Blackboard before? That's the majority of you, okay? I've never used it until this term, so I'm in the minority right there. I can't stand it like I said before, but it serves a good tool for us. I was gonna use another program, something called Moodle, to have you guys, and I realized I'm like, that sucks, because that means that you guys have to learn something new, and wait,
well,
this is any...
I was just going to say that I've used that one before, and it's like pretty much similar.
It's similar, exactly, but that's why I figured, like, you're going to use Blackboard, let's just have you use Blackboard. You already have access to it, let's keep it simple, keep it streamlined. Appreciate that. I've given you some hints. This is if you want to type up assessments and send them to me. So the way Blackboard is set up, at least I've been told, is you can send either Microsoft Word documents, is this true? Correct me if I'm wrong. You can also create PDF documents and send those in, is that also correct? And I think Microsoft can convert those for you on the fly, which is nice. You can also, of course, handwrite neatly. Take pictures and send them to me that way. I got no problem, as long as they're in before the due date. I'm totally stoked with that. If you want to type, I've given you a number of links of some neat tools that I've used to generate mathematical symbols. So if anybody doesn't want to deal with learning it right now, don't worry about it. Just leave this here, and later on, if you want to learn it, it's going to be here waiting for you. Please.
I was going to say on Microsoft Word, there's equation.
There is equation.
At least with the Office.
Totally true. Insert equation. That's right. LaTeX is a more open source version of that, which makes it a little bit better. But yes, Microsoft has always had that equation editor in line. Absolutely, by all means, use it.
I discovered it.
You just did. It's a wonderful little tool.
It is.
And it can put all the symbols you need right there for you. But you can always I want you to have the option of handwriting. I'm not going to force you to type anything if you don't want to. Please.
So, I know there's a scanner available to us in the library.
There is.
But it's cool if we take a good picture.
Yep, as long as I can see it. That's all I need to see. And that's why it's great. You can preview it.
Yeah.
Like, wow, I can see that. You probably can't. I got pretty good eyes. That's just one thing. I know a lot of people complain, it's not light enough. I've got extraordinarily good eyesight. So yes, as long as you can see it, I can probably see it too. Cool? Great question. Great question. Yeah, the cell phone pic, as soon as MTV was okay with a contract, I'm like, okay, it's time to shift away from, we can't take cell phone pics too, we can take cell phone pics. Cool? All right. So that's the assessment. The grading policy is pretty straightforward. I'm on a 10-point scale. I will email you guys every Friday a progress report, letting you know what you have turned in. I know Blackboard has a grading calculator thing, but because you're going to have in-class quizzes as well as out-of-class quizzes, it's going to get off pretty quickly. So you can ignore the Blackboard one. I will send you every Friday a progress report with how you're doing in the class, updated each week. So expect an email from me every Friday with how you're doing, with the updated projects, quizzes, and whatever other point grades that you need to know about. But this is the scale I use, 10 points. Makes it easy. Cool?
So if you have if your grade is not where you want it to be.
Yes.
Like just after midterms, is there extra credit?
More quizzes. That's where the quizzes come in, right?
Okay.
They're not extra credit,
No,
but they have the effect of being extra credit, right?
Okay,
It's
that's
great. Tell me
what
your name
I
one more time.
figure out.
What's your name one more time?
Christina.
Christina, thank you. And then Christy.
No.
No, wasn't there a third Christina?
No.
There wasn't. I'm making this up now. Damn it. She left. I kicked her out. That's okay. That's all right. Yes, they have they work like adding points. You have to work. It's not truly extra credit, but it has the effect of extra credit, which is like super extra credit, if you will.
Right.
So if we score 50% on 20 quizzes, does that mean we have 100%?
No, that's why it's not extra credit. They all count out of 10.
Okay.
They're always out of 10 points. It's just that, do you think you will score 50% on 20 quizzes based on that graph I showed you earlier?
I hope not.
Hell no you won't!
I've been known to...
Say it with me. Hell no we won't.
Hell no.
No, because historically it doesn't happen that way. It's a great question, Matt, but you won't. You won't. This is another reason of making them optional. If you've got a quiz in your hand, you're like, I think I may have screwed this up, then don't turn it in. Get another one next time. A lot of times I'll have a topic quizzed a couple weeks in a row. I'll do a linear modeling quiz now, and then one next week and the week after. Go turn the first one in. Make sure you got it before you turn it in. Cool? Makes sense? Fair? Go ahead. Please!
Can you go, 5 weeks from now, can I go back to do one quiz and do it?
No, we can't do that because I do put solution videos up for the quizzes as soon as they're turned in. Like, I'll make solution videos, and that becomes, then you're just copying down what I'm saying and handing it in. But don't worry, you're going to have tons of opportunities. I see the point. I see what you're asking. It's a great one. You can do it for one quiz, but I'll talk more about that later. There is one quiz, it's called a rainy day coupon. We'll come back to that when it makes sense. Thank you for that question. Please.
Can you do quizzes with other people too?
Yes! Quizzes, projects, exams, everything. You're submitting your own work though.
Okay, right.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Good.
And do you use Hawks at all?
Hawks. No, I don't, because there's no Hawks for this course.
Woo!
I am my own Hawks. So, there's a cheer over here, so no, I don't. You're gonna see, this is a guy who's kind of breaching into open source and Coursera and things like that, but I've got my feet firmly grounded in classical education, so it's this interesting dichotomy. Not Hawks, not that automated, because this is not a normal course. This is not testing you on can you do a computation. I'm testing you on can you think. Can you reason through this problem, which is why I break so many things down step by step, teaching you that kind of thought process of breaking down a big problem into smaller sub-problems. So Hawks doesn't really work very well for that, at least as far as I can see. Cool? Great question, Sumi. I appreciate that. All right, where are we at? Okay, this page is going to look, this is what, when you think of a syllabus, like the commandments of a syllabus, thou shalt.